it's important that children see representation, no matter where, if it's at school, at the grocery store, at the library, but it definitely plays a role. When we think of education in general, that teachers like to make their classrooms homey places and a lot of times it's a reflection of themselves. I'll use my coworker, for instance. She loves plants. So we have a ton of plants in our classroom. Another classroom, she likes horses. And so there's different types of horses within that classroom. And so we project ourselves into our classrooms. And so if you think of a person that is doesn't have a lot of diversity within them, what do you think that classroom is going to look like? Or what do you think those practices will look like? And so then you get a group of diverse children where, okay, skin tone wise, it's already mismatched. And so then we talk about, rules and expectations and things like that. And a lot of times we say, okay, this is what I was either taught in school, this is what I do as a parent, or this is how I just want my classroom to run. That, a perfect example, we have like a kitchen area in the classroom where kids can pretend to cook and play. And so 9 times out of 10, if you're in that kitchen area, you've got maybe a pan and you can put some pretend food in it and you put it on the plates and you serve it to, to your friends or whatever. One day we were all sitting over there and it was myself and 2 other students that just happened to be African American. So these are adult students. She had these long braids and she's sitting in the chair and a little boy came up. At first glance, you would think, oh, he's of European descent based on his skin tone. And so he goes over and he gets the pot and he puts it on the stove, on the pretend stove, and he brings it over. He stands behind her. He puts his fingers on her forehead, tips her head back, and dips the braids into the pot. And so he moves it around a little and then he takes the pot back to the stove. So the three African American adults look at each other like, how do you know to do that? And so I always use this example because we clearly know what he was doing. When Black girls go get their hair braided, you dip the ends in the water so they don't come unraveled. We all knew that that's what was going on. But when I present this to people whose skin tones don't match ours, I say, what do you think was going on? What would you say to your child? Oh, remember we use pots for cooking food. Oh, remember that water would be hot. That would hurt her body. Oh, we wash our hair in the bathroom. And I said, let's think about that though. Like, you don't know what's going on because that's not a practice that you do.
Exactly.
But someone that is representative of that child's culture and can zoom in on, the different hair practices and everything, they know exactly what's going on. But when the dad picked up the child, I kind of explained what was going on. He was like, oh, my girlfriend is Black. He braids hair in the house all the time. That's what he sees. So when I say children learn from at home, and they bring it into school, that's what's going on. And so a lot of times, if I wasn't there and it was a different teacher, that child would have felt like they were doing something wrong because that teacher was unfamiliar with their practices.